All right, let's get straight into it. You ever notice how easy it is to waste a morning? One second you're snoozing your alarm, the next you're scrolling TikTok in bed, and suddenly it's noon and you're wondering why your life feels like it's stuck in neutral. Mornings are like the launch pad of your entire day. If you mess up the launch, the whole flight feels off. But if you nail it, the rest of the day flows like magic. So today I'm going to tell you the 8 things I did to stop wasting my mornings, and how these small tweaks completely changed my energy, my focus, and honestly, my entire life. And trust me, I wasn't always a morning person. I used to be the guy who woke up, checked Instagram, went back to sleep, then rushed out the door already behind schedule. My mornings felt like an accident scene, messy, chaotic, and full of regret. But then I realized if you win the morning, you win the day. So let's break down exactly how I went from a zombie hitting snooze 10 times to someone who actually looks forward to mornings. Thing 1, I stopped negotiating with my alarm clock. The alarm clock is where the first battle of the day begins, and for years, I was losing. Snooze was my best friend and my worst enemy. I'd tell myself, just 5 more minutes. But those 5 minutes turn into 15, then 30, and then suddenly I'm late, rushing, stressed, and starting my day already behind. The truth is, snooze is a liar. It promises comfort, but it steals energy. That fragmented half sleep doesn't refresh you. It confuses your brain and makes you groggier. The more you snooze, the more you train your brain to ignore your own commitments. So, I made one rule: no negotiations. When the alarm goes off, it's non negotiable. I'm up. I don't let the half asleep version of me decide my future. I even put my phone across the room so I have to physically stand up and walk to turn it off. Once I'm standing, momentum kicks in. I don't collapse back into bed because I've already won the hardest part: starting. Mornings aren't about perfection, they're about winning that first decision. And if you win that one, the rest of the day feels lighter. Thing 2, I got sunlight before screens. This one shocked me with how powerful it was. For the longest time, my mornings looked like this. Alarm goes off, I grab my phone, and immediately I'm hit with a tidal wave of notifications. Emails, texts, Instagram, the news. I hadn't even opened my eyes properly, and already my brain was overloaded. And I wondered why I felt drained before breakfast. The problem? I was feeding my brain artificial chaos instead of natural energy. Then I learned about sunlight. When you step outside and let natural light hit your eyes, your body triggers cortisol, not the stress kind, but the let's wake up kind. It sets your circadian rhythm, telling your body, it's morning, time to be alert. And here's the kicker: it also tells your brain when to start winding down later, meaning better mornings and better sleep at night. I started stepping outside for just 2 minutes after waking up, even on cloudy days. And the difference? Huge. I felt awake without coffee, more focused, and actually slept deeper at night. 2 minutes of sunlight beats 20 minutes of doom scrolling every single time. Thing 3, I made a morning playlist. This one is fun. I used to think mornings had to be military level serious: cold showers, silence, discipline. But I realized, why not make it enjoyable? Music changes your emotional state instantly. You can't listen to your favorite hype song and stay grumpy. It's impossible. So I made a playlist specifically for mornings. No sad songs, no slow stuff. Just tracks that wake me up, make me move, and make me laugh. Now, the second I turn it on, my mood shifts. Instead of dragging myself through the motions, I actually want to be awake. And that's the secret. If you make mornings fun, you'll stick with them. A playlist is like caffeine for the soul, but without the crash. Some days, that playlist alone is the reason I get up faster than my old snooze button ever could. Thing 4, I started doing the one push-up rule. People overcomplicate mornings. They think they need a full workout routine, a yoga session, meditation, journaling, and a 10K run before breakfast. And when they can't do all that, they do nothing. That was me for a long time. But then I lowered the bar. All I had to do was one push-up. Just one. And guess what? Most mornings, one turns into 10. 10 turns into a stretch. Sometimes it turns into a whole workout. But even on my laziest days, I hit the ground, do one push-up, and I've already kept my promise to myself. The psychology is simple. You're not building muscle, you're building identity. You're telling your brain, we are the type of person who moves in the morning. That tiny action sets the tone for the day. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. And consistency builds confidence. If one push up sounds ridiculous, that's the point. It's so easy, you can't fail. But once you start, momentum does the rest. Thing 5. I planned my day the night before. This one might be the single biggest game changer. Mornings get wasted when you don't know what to do. You wake up and immediately fall into the trap of reacting, scrolling, drifting, checking random emails. But when you go to bed with a clear plan, you wake up with a mission. Every night, I write down my top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 10, not 20, just 3. The 3 things that, if I finish them, will make the day a win. It's the difference between walking into a store with a shopping list versus wandering around grabbing random snacks. One is focused and efficient. The other is chaos. Writing down those priorities turns my mornings into launch pads, not black holes. And the mental clarity it creates? Unreal. Instead of wasting energy deciding what to do, I just wake up and execute. Quick pause. If you're getting value from this, hit that subscribe button, because I promise you, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm giving you the real stuff that actually changes your life, not just motivational fluff. All right, back to the list. Thing 6. I stopped checking my phone until after my first win. This one hurt, but it was necessary. Phones are dopamine slot machines. Every notification is a little hit of distraction, and the moment you check it, you're no longer in control of your day. You're reacting to other people's problems. I used to check my phone before even brushing my teeth, and instantly I was stressed, comparing myself, or wasting an hour scrolling. So I created a rule: no phone until after my first win. My first win could be anything: journaling, finishing a workout, or reading a few pages of a book. The point is, by the time I finally pick up my phone, I already feel accomplished. I've already done something for me, not for the world. And that one shift changed everything. I'm not a slave to the phone anymore. It serves me, not the other way around. Thing 7. I made breakfast stupid. Simple decision fatigue is real. Every little choice you make drains energy. And I used to waste way too much brain power figuring out breakfast. Some days I skipped it, other days I grabbed junk, and then I'd crash by 11 a.m. Not anymore. I simplified. I picked 2 healthy breakfasts I actually enjoy, and I just rotate them. That's it. Automatic. No stress, no wasted willpower. You'd be surprised how much smoother your morning feels when you cut out tiny decisions like this. Save your energy for creative work, problem solving, and goals, not deciding between cereal and pancakes. Mornings are about building momentum, and simplicity fuels momentum. Thing 8. I learned to protect my morning energy, like it's sacred. This is the final piece, and maybe the most important. Your morning energy is like pure water. It's clean, it's powerful, and once it's gone, it's gone. I used to give mine away to emails, gossip, random distractions, and by noon I was drained, wondering why I couldn't focus. Now, I treat my mornings like prime time. That's when I do my most important work, my hardest thinking, my most creative projects. Because by the afternoon, you're running on leftovers. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I had a big side project, something I thought could change my life. But I kept trying to work on it at night, after work, after dinner, after Netflix. And surprise, I never made progress. I was too tired. Then one day I flipped it. I gave my mornings to it instead. Just one focused hour before the world woke up. And in 3 months, the project was done. That one shift created opportunities I never would have had otherwise. That's the power of protecting your mornings. So let's recap. Stop negotiating with your alarm. Get sunlight before screens. Use music to change your state. Do the one push-up rule. Plan your day the night before. Win before you check your phone. Simplify your breakfast. And protect your morning energy. Do these 8 things and you'll stop wasting mornings forever. Remember this. Mornings aren't a chore. They're your secret weapon. If you can control your first hour, you can control your life. Don't waste it scrolling, snoozing, or stressing. Build the version of you who wakes up ready to take flight. And if you're serious about becoming that version of yourself, stick around, because I've got a lot more to share with you. But for now, tomorrow morning, test this. Just one thing. Start there. Your future self will thank you.